This is the pyraminx. I'm a pretty fast speed cuber for pyraminx, and there's some people who want to like get like sub 7 average, so sub 10 average. So my second competition ever, I was able to get a sub 7 sol. The video. Yeah, and I was able to get all my solves sub 10, and it was my second competition ever. I really didn't start practicing until like 6 months ago. pyraminx ever, so I like really didn't time myself ever until, yeah, so this video will teach you how to get pretty fast at pyraminx. Let's get into it. So first, obviously, first step to it is gonna be saying methods. So I actually never learned L4E. I used it in intuitive L4E. I thought I created my own method before, but I didn't. So how I do it, I would actually, so this is how I actually originally solved the pyraminx. So I would solve that down, insert another piece into here, getting a V, and then for it I would, so if then there's the last 4 edges, I would insert 1 edge in from the bottom to where I have 3 edges. Then I would, took me a while to learn it, but figure out what case it is. Some time I messed up still, but I can get usually in a second figure it out. Can I figure out multiple cases? Yeah. So yeah, you should use like L4E and intuitive L4E, and that can help you a lot gain speed, and they're pretty easy methods really. Most of L4E is just sledgehammers and hedge slammers and stuff like that. Yeah, next step is you want to get a good cube. If you're using something like this cube, I'll show you my solve difference between this cube and this cube. First, this cube, I'm going to try, and even though I have a pretty easy scramble that I think is way easier. Okay, that was way too easy of a scramble, sorry. I have to scramble it better. I wouldn't, on a normal scramble, I would not get a time like that. Okay. Okay, how am I getting times like that? Okay, and then this cube. Okay, maybe that's like, okay, don't question my solve time for that. Why is it this cube that I'm messing up on? Just me thinking I'm faster. It's like, okay. Okay. Okay, see, that's proof that you need a better cube. Okay, next thing, you want to work on finger tricks. I usually how I would do it. So this is how I'll show you how I do it. I would solve it, do finger tricks. So I would actually I use R and U L, yeah, like this. Then I would actually regrip. It's harder for me to just do a push like that. I regrip and do that. You may want to do something like a push like that. And then for corners, which is actually one of the most important things, because if you're slow at corners, it's be harder. So like, alright, that's actually a beginner method. So how I do corner. Yeah, that was a bad slow. I was slow at that corner, but yeah, you want to be able to get your corners fast too. Next, you actually want to get fast at pyraminx is also one of the most important thing. Is being able to solve the first layer quickly. So I like you can do and also being able to do any side. That's one thing. I don't know. So something like this, I would look ahead. Look ahead. You want to look ahead. Look how you can insert like 2 edges or something like that. Get all the things side. So like that. Get your V. So how I would look ahead. There's free some ways, like special ways you can start your thing. So that there's like different patterns you start when you make your V. I start something like this. I call the triangles. Then there's the sometimes you might have a case where it's easier to get something like this, which I call the triangle. Like it's a triangle, or whatever. Then you may have something like you get something like this. What you want, then you can just do that. If you get something like this case, you want to insert it into. If I get the next one, insert it into it and do that. You also don't want to get wrong edges, so like something like this, like this. You want to make sure you get your right finger across. And next, you want to be able to quickly. Another thing you want to do is to quickly do sledgehammer in other cases. I think I'm really good at like. Fast doing the last layer. Yeah, you want to be able to do that. And also, one thing you gotta be able to do corners. I still not mastered it, and corners can take up like a 3 seconds, like add 3 seconds to your time. Sometimes when that's how bad I messed up right corner. You want to be able to do them fast. So like, I'm not fast enough at them yet. Thing that I haven't had much practice, but I can. Yeah, and you also want to practice a lot. That's one thing you want to do. Find ways to practice. You can practice them a lot. You solving it a lot, and you also want to be able to recognize cases quickly. Work up practicing. Help you recognize different cases quickly. Yeah, for L for E. So yeah, that's why one reason. Yeah, and that's how you get very fast at pyraminx sub 10. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe.